junky junk. Some of it's kind of funky. Look at this junky junk. Put the junkie in the trunky. Look at this junky junk. Some of it smells like a skunky. Look at this junky junk. Put the junkie in the trunky. Give us a call to put the junkie in the chunky.
Lloyd, it's trunky.
Oh yeah.
Give us a call to put the junkie in the junkie. Give us a call to put the junkie in the junkie.
Give us a call to put the junkie in the trunky.
Junkie, trunkie. Junkie, trunky.
So that was Brad Mangledangle. He's thinking about getting into a junkie, trunky, like a junk removal business on the side, just to make ends meet. Because we don't pay him that much.
Yeah, so he just wrote he wrote a jingle
Yeah.
for his business that he's thinking about getting into.
Yeah. Junkie trunky.
Junkie trunky, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good business.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that need that service, so
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Brad Mangledangle, good luck.
So what are we talking about today, Troy?
Yeah, well, we are here on Albums Anonymous for your weekly radio show where we showcase some of our favorite new tracks from the Permanent Records studio. And we center every episode around an album that we love. And this week we are going to be talking about a brand that's kind of this up and coming band called the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
It's spelled not like the Beatle the way that you would think it is, but we'll talk a little bit more about this band and how they're kind of making some headwinds in the media. So anyways, we're going to be talking about Abbey Road, which is the 1969 studio album. The last time that they were in the studio together.
Was it?
Yeah, it's actually a really confusing timeline because I thought their recordings for Let It Be were the last time they were in the studio, and the whole documentary series Get Back on Disney by Peter Jackson made it seem like that was the last time they were in the studio together, but it wasn't. This album, in fact, the entire side 2 of Abbey Road was basically just unfinished, just a series of unfinished tracks that they had written and had kind of prepared and ready, and they just kind of pieced them all together, that they had all individually kind of written all these different parts of songs, and they basically just kind of like mashed them together into one medley for the last 6 tracks of the album. So yeah, as pretty fascinating. And so, talking about Get Back too, like I feel like we could spend literally hours talking about the Beatles, all together, just their entire history and everything. And the documentary series Get Back was, I think it was a couple years ago that I watched it whenever it came out. And I thought it was fascinating. And I have a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah, me too. Entire
kind of piece of history of the Beatles itself. But anyways, so that was like at the very, very beginning of 1969 when they were trying to record Let It Be. At the time they called it Get Back because they were trying to get back to their roots of like writing as like a live rock band. They had done several albums that were just like incredibly complicated studio recording stuff, Sgt. Pepper's and all that kind of stuff, the White Album. And so Get Back was supposed to be just the 4 of them on their individual instruments, writing more basic stuff, getting back to their roots. Right. So, so they recorded that. It was a miserable experience, as we've seen, if anybody has watched that series Get Back, they were basically, they hated each other at that point, but they decided that was such a terrible experience that they wanted to go out on a high note.
Really?
So they came back together in the summer of 1969 and finished up these recordings that they had kind of just like, just scrambled around,
Wow.
like they didn't have a whole lot of they just had all these unfinished pieces, right? And some of their most famous, most just best works are on this album.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
Liz and I, our wedding was Beatle themed, and
I did not know that.
Yes,
that's cool.
And a lot of the tracks were on this album.
Yeah,
Like she went down the aisle to Something in the Way She Moves.
no way. Brie walked down the aisle to Here Comes the Sun.
That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
after the wedding the ceremony was done, Here Comes the Sun. That's what played.
On or after when you're walking out of the aisle? Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic.
And yeah, man, it's just like the Beatles are just so special to us, and like, yeah, I'm getting kind of emotional.
Dude, yeah. I mean, the Beatles they're the most important band in the history of modern music. Like, I think that's not an overreach or an exaggeration by any means, right?
Yeah.
Like that's there. I can't think. I mean, Pink Floyd is my favorite band ever. Mm-hmm. If you had to, pin me to a wall and said, "Tell me your favorite band, or I'll kill you,"
And I've tried to pin you to a wall.
Yeah, but he's
pretty strong.
I'm pretty strong. But I also would have no problem saying Pink Floyd is my favorite band, and I think that they are innovative in a different way. And important in a different way, but I would say the Beatles are easily the most important band in modern music history, right? Like there's no other artist that like had as much of an impact or a long-lasting impact as the Beatles.
For sure. And I mean, so many bands are inspired by them or kind of rip them off even. Like we were supposed to talk about another album today, but our guest got sick.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring this up in that album, but and is this on this album? Obla Di Obla Da?
No.
That's on another one, but like the Offspring song, one of the Offspring songs, it's the one that's like Pretty Fly for a White Guy, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think it's that one. Like almost pretty closely steals some of the magic from Obla Di Obla Da, I think. But like, I mean, it's hard not to be influenced by them. And this happens with songwriters sometimes. It's almost hard to tell, like, is this my melody or is this something that I've heard before, or, and it kind of comes out in the music. But the Beatles are crazy special to so many people. And, it took me a while to figure this out, but like they like started like by playing, well, they met when they're younger, right? And then they spent a lot of time in Hamburg, Germany, like as a cover band.
They did?
Yeah.
Like before they got famous?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's and it's actually like, if you kind of go back in the history, a lot of like, pretty famous bands like the Rolling Stones, for example, like they were like a blues cover band. So a lot of the famous acts like have covered other people's songs, because that's how you like get good at writing your own songs eventually. But yeah, and that's what, from what I remember, like made them really get tight as a band, is like learning all these covers, but playing as a professional band in Hamburg, Germany. I've actually been to Hamburg, Germany, and they have like a statue there of the Beatles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I did not know that they spent time there before they got famous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of bands in the UK did start out as blues cover bands. Like they were really, really, really into the blues in the 1960s. But the Beatles, I mean, they paved the way in so many ways of like innovation and how they went about their songwriting and how they went about their studio recording, that I think it is nearly impossible not to be influenced by them in some way or another. If you're a musician writing your own stuff, everybody after the Beatles, in some way or another, I think you could argue pretty easily, is inevitably influenced by the Beatles.
Right.
I think basically every artist afterwards
Yeah.
has an influence by the Beatles. It's impossible, like I said, not to be influenced by them.
For sure.
They're that important.
I have this memory as a kid of like my mom playing like Yellow Submarine for me when I was like a little boy. And I was just like, I love that song. And then like, I was like, that's a kid song. You know what I mean? Like it kind of sounds like a kid song, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But when did you say that?
Octopus's Garden, right? Like
Yeah.
Ringo Starr wrote that. It's on this album. And it actually, in the movie Get Back, there's a really interesting scene where he's like showing George Harrison that he's like, check out this little ditty that I've got. Excuse me. Check out this little ditty that I've got here. And he's like, just plays this simple melody on the piano, and he's just like, in an octopus's garden in the shade. And then George like kind of grabs his guitar and he's like, oh yeah, I think I'll really like that. You know? But anyway, like
That's good.
the Get Back, I mean, I'm not sure which direction to go with here. I could spend 5 hours talking about the Beatles, like, but
We got to play some songs.
yeah,
soon.
let's get to some music, then we can come back to this record.
But real quick question before that. Is Octopus's Garden about Conolingus?
I don't think so.
Think about the lyrics, man.
I really don't think so.
An octopus's garden in the shade. I mean, like if we were to dissect those lyrics,
If you want to pull up well, I guess we could pull up the lyrics. Here, let's see. Oh shit.
should we play a song first and
Yeah,
then
sure. I'll pull up the lyrics
we'll
while we play a
investigate
song.
this in a bit. Okay. So, what year was this album?
1969.
It just so happens that we have a song called Apollo 69 that I would play.
Yeah, Apollo 69 by Freddie Uranus. Brand new track.
Let's go.
My rocket's prepared for re-entry. Come with me on this space adventure of mine. Space mission take flight. Apollo 69. Re-entry has never been so sweaty and hot. You and me are both professional astronauts, preparing for landing. My rocket is docking, the height of creation, inside your space station. Going down on you, going down on me. It's a give and take, making love in space. Blaster set to stun, Princess Leia buns. As the sun will shine, Apollo 69. Floating on a bed of zero gravity. A Big Bang
was beautiful. It made me a little sad because I haven't done that for a long time.
At least not in space.
Not in space or anywhere else, but it's a beautiful thing. You know, it is like sexual equilibrium in a way, you know.
Yin and yang, right?
Yin and Wang.
Yin and Wang.
Right
that's
there,
good. I like that.
There. So what's the blasters line?
Blasters set to stun.
Oh, okay.
Princess Leia buns.
Like I thought about, you know, the 69 subject matter, but then I thought about it being in space and how logistically difficult that must be. Because you're like floating.
I would think it would be logistically simpler.
How so?
Well, one person's upside down, the other person's right side up. You don't know which way is up or down, and it's easy.
But just like to connect initially, I think might take a little bit of a practice.
Well, he does mention I think it's in the first or second verse, Freddie Uranus, who wrote the lyrics for this, mentions something about docking his rocket in her space station.
Yes. So I could just like the process of that. Like I just imagine, you know, like
Yeah.
it would take a bit to connect as Legos in a way.
Yeah, the Tetris.
Yeah, the Tetris of it all. Dude, yeah, that was good. That was good. Freddie Uranus is a lot.
Yeah, he's a horny guy.
Yeah.
And he's obsessed with space.
Yeah. Princess Leia buns. Ooh, yeah. The thing I was wondering too is like, you know, people that like do it in a plane, like that's called the Mile High Club. But has anybody ever done it in space yet? And what would that be called? You don't have to answer right now, but it's just something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, not that many people have been to space.
I know, but it's becoming more common.
That's true.
Yeah. How do we transition this back to the Beatles? I don't understand.
Well, let's just transition back to the Beatles.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
What was there? Oh, so can we talk a little bit about Get Back too? Because I feel like
Yeah, we could get back to it.
it's I know you think that was a clever line, but that it was fascinating to watch that. It was very slow. It was a lot of content to watch to get through that whole thing. But I thought one of the biggest takeaways, and it's interesting because when I was looking up some just general facts about this album in particular, Abbey Road, and I was confused about the timeline between Let It Be, which is everything that they recorded for the Get Back studio sessions, was released after Abbey Road, but they actually recorded Abbey Road after they recorded everything in Get Back.
Yeah.
Right. But in doing that research, I discovered that they actually initially wanted to scrap everything that they did in Get Back because they just hated the recordings. And it's funny because like I didn't actually know that. Even after watching that, the whole way through that, I was like, they keep playing the song Get Back, right?
Yeah.
Over and over and over throughout that. You hear like so many times they're rehearsing the song Get Back. And the more I heard it, the more I was like, this is like not a very strong song. I was like, the Beatles, I have huge amounts of respect for, but I was like listening through that. I'm just like, this is not a very good song. Like at the end of it, like, because they had, like they argue about like should George have a guitar solo in addition to John's guitar solo, but like as I'm listening to John play his guitar solo, I'm like, this is a very uninspired guitar solo. Like it is not their best work by any means, and like the lyrics are okay, I guess, but it's like not. It just didn't feel like a very, I guess, like strong. It just wasn't a strong song in general. Like there's other tracks on there. I think Let It Be is one of my favorite Beatles songs. That song on its own is fantastic. But that song, Get Back, and that it's one of the only songs, they play it several times in that rooftop concert that they play. They play it and then they play it again. And then I think they play it a third time, if I remember right, just on the rooftop there. So it's like not a very good concert. You know, like there's so much around that like rooftop scene being like this like pinnacle of the Beatles mania stuff. But then they like show all this like all the like footage of like getting people's reactions on the street, and there's a lot of people like British people just walking around like going, oh well, what's going on up there, you know, and like they're asking people, do you know who that is up there? Oh, it's the Beatles, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, well, are you a fan of the Beatles? Yes, I like their music, you know, like it was just like such a weird thing, because you think of like people losing their minds anytime they saw the Beatles, but like it just felt like the way they pieced it all together, there were a lot of people who could not give two shits. Like, you know, oh, yeah.
So
I like that music. It's all right.
you're saying like they recorded some of the songs like multiple takes.
Well, when they
that
played
concert?
when they played that rooftop concert, they basically, I think, if I remember right, and it's been like, take this with a grain of salt because it's been a couple years since I've watched it, but I remember them playing that song, Get Back, and then they played it again.
Yeah.
And then I think they even played it a third time.
Oh, wow.
And like the police were trying to get them to stop and whatnot. And they just like were like, let's do one more take or whatever.
Yeah. I see.
They might have played one other song, but it was very short, that concert that they actually put on the rooftop. And they basically just played the song Get Back, which is one of my least favorite songs that they've ever done now, you know?
Why? Why do you hate that one so
I just
much?
don't think it's very good.
I like it.
It's okay
Yeah.
at best, but like if you go back and listen to John Lennon's guitar solo on that song,
Okay.
it's not only that there's nothing special on it, it is extremely what's the right word? I'm trying to think of the right word for this. It's just I'm not going to come up with the right word off the top of my head, but it just is so overly simplistic to the point where, and it just feels like, uninspired is like the only word that's coming to my head. I can't really like think, there's another word that I'm trying to think of, but anyways, it just doesn't feel like very impressive. And I think maybe part of it was just the fact that like they were not enjoying each other's company at that time. Like they were pissed off. They were playing together technically, but like they were not in a good place, not in a good headspace. Like, I don't know.
I'm going to be honest here. I don't really want to take them off the pedestal. You know, I've heard a couple things in the news about some of the Beatles, and I'm just like, well, I don't know that, but like for their songs, like I've just like always like had such, they're just so highly revered in my head.
For the record, I'm not taking them off a pedestal. I'm just saying, like, for that particular song, I think there's a lot of reasons for that, why that might be the case. But
like correct me if I'm wrong, but when I watched Get Back, like when Paul McCartney was playing it, he was like showing it to the other Beatles for the first time, right?
Yeah, and he was working out the song in real time, and you can watch that all happen, which is really cool. Like that's one of the things that I loved about that documentary series.
And that gave me chills, because it's just like, you know, that's one of the most fun things about playing in a band is that when somebody like shows up to band practice and is like, hey, check it out, I've been working on this, like, what do you think? And like a lot of times they don't know like this is like really good or not. They're unsure, you know, so they're like waiting for feedback. And then if other people in the band are like, yes, that's good, That's why when I saw that scene, it gave me chills because I was just like, I do like that song, and just being able to see those moments where the Beatles are showing each other these like song ideas, where like the songs just become iconic, like. It's just amazing, but it is such a great feeling to like be able to show a song that you've written and other people like it and they start jamming with you, or vice versa. It's just epic. That's why I'm just thankful I've had a chance to like play with music with people over the years. But that rooftop concert did remind me of a Simpsons episode. And I know you didn't grow up watching as much Simpsons as I did, but Homer joins a barbershop quartet with like Barney and probably Mo, the bartender. I can't remember who else was in it. Maybe Ned. But they sing on top of a rooftop. Like the Beatles, like iconic concert. But we also have a band called...
There's a barbershop quartet that is called, at least for the time being, they're called the Compton Quartet. They just have a unique sort of take on that genre of music. I think it's worthwhile. So I'd love to hear some of that right now.
Me too. Let's do it.
Sweet baby banging on, sweet baby banging on, sweet boy, sweet baby banging on, sweet. I'll up a cap in his ass, that stupid chaz. No need for back sass, a drug test won't pass. Motherfuckers in the streets, bitches dropping to their knees. So many hoes collecting fees, garner gangsta sympathies. We be banging, gang banging in the hood, gang banging. Slinging dope on the corner, kick the ladder, not the former. Pop a cap, another banger, baby mama, Jerry Springer, the hoes. Slap around, fill them hoes on the balls, on the pin. Big Papa with a limp, got a cane, a burnt carpet, so wet it's so make a drop, pick up cash, pop a cap in his ass. We be banging. Banging, ain't a hood gang banging. Just gang banging, we be banging, we be banging. Bitches gang banging, motherfuckers gang banging. Bitch ass bitches gang banging.
Wow, it just sounds like that. Did you grow up watching Jerry Springer?
I wouldn't say I grew up watching it, but I definitely saw it.
Yeah,
you know, like if I was at a friend's house or something and no grown-ups were there. It's like,
I mean,
because it was
absurd.
It
was awesome. And like I remember like days where I was like sick from school, stayed home from school. Like that's what was on daytime TV back then. Jerry Springer, and I'd watch it and be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, that was the show where like they would do like DNA tests.
Yes.
Right.
Well, one of them. There were a number of shows. There's a few of them that did that. Yeah.
But like people would go on there and then like they'd either find out they were the father or not.
Yeah.
And like I mean, like those are huge moments. Like, holy shit. Yeah, Yeah, so I enjoyed that show, but that show was pretty fucked up too.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you know, looking back on it.
Yeah. Well, there was another show I saw. I forget what it even was, but it was like a documentary about like Jenny was it Jenny Craig? Mm-hmm. It was another like daytime show that was similar.
No, that was like the diet.
Not
person.
Jenny Craig. Something
Jenny
else.
Jones?
Is that it? Maybe.
I think so.
It was like Jerry Springer.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
a similar sort of format. And there was like one episode where they kind of like forced this guy to like come out of the closet, like on
What?
air or something. I forget
That's-
exactly what it was.
That's pretty messed up.
And then the guy ended up like going and like murdering the other person who had like kind of outed him like
What?
afterwards. And it was like this huge thing that ended up like the show got like canceled after that because it was this crazy story. I forget exactly what it was.
we should get the name of that right.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was Jenny something. I don't know if it was Jenny Jones, but it was one of those daytime shows.
Because that's kind of a big deal.
And it was nuts. Like they got the guy who like went and murdered the other guy who was on the show with him like afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he came. No, it wasn't that he came out of the closet. It was like. Yeah, I forget the exact details.
I looked
did
it
you
up.
find it?
I looked it up. The Jenny Jones show ended in May 2003 after 12 seasons, while it faced severe public backlash and a high-profile wrongful death lawsuit following a tragic 1995 episode where a guest was murdered after a secret crush reveal. The talk show remained on the air for several more years and was ultimately canceled due to a general decline in ratings. But that, dude, I did not know that. That is so fucked up. Holy
What's
shit.
crazy about what you just said there, though, that the channel like actually shut it down after a decline in ratings.
Yes.
It wasn't because that there was a murder. It was because, our ratings are down as a result of that. It's like
Shame, dude.
so fucked up.
Fucking greedy bastards, man. Like, some business people.
We live in a capitalist society, and yeah, there's consequences for that.
Yeah, for sure. I have a track here that I want to get your opinion on.
Yeah, I'd love to give my opinion on a track.
Okay.
I wanna spawn with you. I wanna spawn with you. We could reproduce. Do what bunnies do. Oh yeah. I'm ugly, but I got good swimmers. I'm ugly, but a really good kisser. I spawn with you. I wanna spawn with you. Hey, I like your style. I see you haven't spawned in a while. Could it be a fate to settle with an average mate? I wanna spawn with you. I wanna spawn with you. We could reproduce. Do what bunnies do. Oh, yeah. Guess to spawn on. With the birth rates going down, bunch of average mates in town. I see no belly. Are you ready to get your spawn on? Get your spawn on. Steady job, mow the lawn. We can budget, get it on. Get your spawn on. Get your spawn on. I wanna spawn with you. I wanna spawn with you. We could reproduce. Do what bunnies do. Oh yeah. I'm ugly, but I got good swimmers. I'm ugly, but a really good kisser. The guys you find on the apps will cheat on you. I have hobbies and a 401k. I can make you feel secure. Spawn with me today. I wanna spawn with you. I wanna spawn with you. We could reproduce. Do what bunnies do. Oh, yeah. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. breaks going down. Bunch of average mates in town. I see no belly. Are you ready to get your spawn on? Get your spawn on. Steady job, mow the lawn. We can budget, get it on. Get your spawn on. Get your spawn on.
So,
Whoa, was that this part of the same song?
you know, ish. So did you know, he was talking about cows in there. Did you know some cultures, like I think some people in India.
Talking about cows?
Well, the part about cooking poo, like some people cook with poo, like
Who?
dried cow poo.
Who?
Some folks in India, in rural parts of India.
They cook with cow poop.
Yeah, it's like a really sustainable resource. Like you can get food from a like female cow and then, or like milk, and then you could like cook with their dried poo.
You mean like as fuel?
Yeah, as
like
fuel.
that you burn the poop.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That-
And then
I see what you're saying.
you know, when they're like, you know, you could slaughter it and eat meat. So I don't know exactly the angle in the lyrics, how that was woven in. I would have to hear it again, but I thought it was a pretty strong track. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very dancey.
Yeah.
I liked the steel pan drum.
Oh yeah, steel
like
drums.
kinda-
Yeah.
Bringing that in every now and then. Felt a little bit reggaeton in that way.
Reggaeton. Yeah.
Whatever. Thanks for correcting me. Now I feel like an idiot.
You might be saying it right. I don't know.
Reggaeton?
I think so.
Reggaeton.
It's not like Bridgerton though. Like I think
But it is. Is it not?
I don't. I think it's reggaeton, but yeah, it's fine. Like, do you think Spawn with you? Like, does that make sense?
I don't think that is actually correct.
No, like
Because spawn is the actual product of the act of, like, spawning is giving birth, not like copulating.
right. But like, if you want somebody so bad, you want to make kids with them. I feel like the meaning is
Yeah.
conveyed correctly. Like, because the purpose of speech is to convey meaning, not necessarily be
I
like.
think it would be I want to make. Well, maybe that makes sense.
I think it makes
I want to
sense.
have children with you.
Yeah.
I want to spawn with you. I guess so. I
Yeah.
guess I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not really like a
Because
common.
if a spawn is an offspring.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say I want an offspring with you.
Right.
I want
Well-
I want an onspring with you.
Yeah, I think it works. I don't think that's a common pickup line.
Certainly not.
It could work though, because like part of marketing is like you got to cut through the clutter.
Well, I think it's all in the delivery.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I think that's probably true for almost any pickup line.
It looks like you haven't spawned for a while. What's up? My name's Ryan.
The way you said that right there would make if I was a chick, I would probably laugh at that. I mean, I'm not a chick and I
No.
did laugh at it, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
if you could say it the way that you just said it there, that could work. I could see it.
I mean, like, look, I'm married, but if I
For now.
if Jesus, man, didn't you hear
I'm
me
just
getting
kidding. I'm
emotional
just kidding.
earlier
I'm
on in
just
the
kidding.
episode?
You know I'm joking.
Yeah. But like if I tried to say that line out in public, just hypothetically, there's no way I would have said it that good. I would have,
Yeah, I mean,
looking back on my pickup performance as a human, like I can recall so many moments where I had like the best line, like, and I just bungled it so hard, and it was just so awkward. But it's so fun. Like,
Yeah.
get out there and like try to meet people. You know,
yeah.
it's the worst thing that can happen is that somebody just you know, they just walk away and it's like, ugh, you know. But you know, put yourself out there because it is fun. Like, I can't tell you like how much fun it was. I had a wingman for a while. Did you know that?
thought I was your wingman.
Well,
Now.
you're my business wingman,
Yeah.
you know? But, and
You had an official wingman?
yeah, named Florian. I'm still somewhat friends with him, but I'm friends with him, but he lives in Germany. So,
Yeah.
he was living in San Diego for a while.
Was he a good wingman?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I mean, actually, well, he got good. We were actually really bad at picking up girls, and it was hilarious. Like, I mean, dude, it's just funny. Like, you try to, you know, try some lines. You put yourself out there, and you know, a lot of times it's not going to work out, but it's still worth trying, and it's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
Push yourself
And it's
out
fun.
of your comfort zone.
And sometimes it
Definitely.
does work.
I think I do remember one particular time that I like put myself out there in that way where I was like really drunk at a show and I just walked up to a girl and I was like, "So giraffes, too tall?"
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And it was a really, really loud metal show.
Yeah.
And she just kind of leaned in. She was like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
And then I had to say it again and then it didn't work. So I was like, yeah. But
That's gold though, man. Like if the decimal levels were a little lower, that probably would have worked.
yeah.
I did meet my wife, my beautiful wife Liz, at a bar.
Really?
Yes. And it was like you know what couch surfing is?
Yes, I do.
It was a meetup for the hosts and travelers from couch surfing. And I had hosted, I had traveled. And if you don't know, couch surfing is like, I don't know if people still use it, but like the idea was that you have this like little local economy almost like based off of just like goodwill, like, and, you know, reviews from people. If you stay at somebody's house for free, like they'll write a review about you and vice versa. And like the whole thing is like no money. You just stay at each other's places for free all over the world. And it was really cool. So they had this thing in San Diego called Tipsy Tuesday. And I lived in Carlsbad, which is like the north part of San Diego. And I had my friend Lorelei that I used to work at In-N-Out with. And she lived in Pacific Beach. And the meetup was in Pacific Beach. It's about a 45-minute drive. And so I remember like being on the couch and being like, dude, I don't know if I want to drive down to Pacific Beach tonight. But there was just something in me that was just like, you got to do it, bro. Like, you got to go. Like, you've been wanting to go to one of these things. Just go and do it. You know, I didn't feel like it, but I did it. So I drove down in the crappy Toyota Echo that I was borrowing from my dad. By the way, it's like the sound after the sound. So it's a very powerful car. And I met up with my friend Lorelei. And then, yeah, I don't remember what I said to Liz, like to kind of open to talk with her exactly. But, you know, it was kind of like a warm, friendly community. So it wasn't that hard to like kind of talk to people. But I do remember like asking like, hey, like what's one thing that's interesting about you?
That's a good question.
Yeah. And she said that she had a record collection, like, you know, a pretty robust record collection. And then she asked me the same thing. And I said, I make a mean pista. No, I make a mean pasta. I don't know why I said pista, but like, anyways, like she was Liz record collection in my phone for a long time. And I think I could still be Ryan makes a mean pasta in her phone too, but it worked out. She didn't quite know our first date was a date, but she figured it out when I went in for an awkward kiss and during the day. And yeah,
Was it a really awkward kiss?
it was kind of awkward,
Nice.
but you know, Just because
Were
she
you-
wasn't sure like it was a date. That's why it was
okay.
awkward. But then she's like, "Oh, this guy likes me."
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you lying about making a mean pasta?
No, but looking back on it, it wasn't that good.
Okay.
Like I thought it was really good, but it was like I used like fake sausages and like just kind of standard pasta sauce, with that, Parmesan cheese that has like, 40% wood pulp in it.
Like the Ajax. shaker
Yeah.
can.
But I thought it was good at the time. So,
Some Prego pasta sauce.
yeah. Frego's pretty legit. It's got a taste.
Yeah.
I mean, you could taste the sugar in those now. Like now that I'm like kind of more of a pasta snob, like you could taste like a shitty pasta sauce that has like sugar in it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, yeah. I am a member of the Pastafarian church, so
Oh yeah.
I'm a bit of a pasta snob myself.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Let's talk about the Beatles, I think.
Yeah, do you
again.
want to go back to talking about the
Yeah,
Beatles,
let's
or
just talk about
do
the
we have
Beatles.
any other music that you wanted to play?
Oh, we have other music, but I think we need to talk about the
We
Beatles.
should talk. Yeah, this episode is centered around this. Is this your favorite Beatles album? First off, because we can
Yes.
go in a number of different directions.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because I chose a lot of the song, or we chose a lot of the songs for our wedding.
Yeah.
So it's just like kind of like,
I mean, the just looking at the track list alone. I mean, if we can put it up right here too, starts right off the bat with "Come Together." I mean, come on.
boom, 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 boom.
And the last track on side one is "I Want You." She's so heavy, which is maybe my favorite Beatles song.
I want you. Boom, boom, boom.
I want you so bad.
I
want you. I want you so bad. He's driving me mad. She's driving me mad. All right, let's spare our listeners for the rest of that. But anyways, we could spend a little bit of time and cover that properly. I think we could do it.
Yeah.
I think we could do that well. That's one of my favorite Beatles songs. Maybe not the number one favorite, but I mean, it's up there. I absolutely love that track.
Is that the one that transitions to like,
Yes.
she came in through the bedroom?
No, that's,
I thought it was.
which one? No. That starts out with Polythene Pam. That's on side 2.
Boom.
And then she came in through the bathroom windows right after that. But they kind of, what I think is so cool about this album though, is like they have certain motifs from songs that they bring back into it later on in the album. And it just ties everything together so full circle, and like this just weaving of like a tapestry of different motifs and riffs that they've come up with, that I think it's just an absolutely brilliant piece of music from beginning to end.
For sure.
And it's so cool that it's just like basically all of them like came together, and they're just like, I have this unfinished song. How can we make this work together? And it's just like, it's awesome. I love it.
So what's the track before came in through the bedroom window?
Polythene Pam.
How does that one go? Because like that transition, like that's one of my favorite parts about the album, because like, and this is why you should listen to albums, because like that transition is just so unique and beautiful that like, and it works so well, but it's kind of weird, And he's like, well, listen to that. Boom, boom, boom. And it's just like, and it starts on a pickup. She came in through the bedroom window. And like the bass line, like, holy shit, so good.
So it's interesting that you talk about the transition, because I actually pulled up this whole thing on Gemini. It had it kind of tell me about all the transitions through side 2, because the transitions from one track to the next are part of what makes this album so special. It was really groundbreaking, especially at the time, but still to this day. how each of the fragments kind of connect. So between Polythene Pam and She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, those two songs were recorded in one take together as one track, and then they split them up and pieced them together as two separate tracks. So they are actually pulled together. It was one take between the two. It's a seamless performance. These two were recorded as one continuous track. The transition is legendary among musicians. Ringo plays a driving drum fill while Paul's bass line dramatically shifts the rhythm and key without dropping an ounce of momentum.
Chills.
Absolutely fantastic, right? Like,
can we talk about Ringo real quick here?
yeah.
So some people are like, "Oh, Ringo's not a good drummer." Dude, he's a fucking...
I absolutely hate it when people say that. It drives me nuts.
He is the perfect drummer for this band.
Yeah.
You know, and look, I started as a drummer when I got into music. Thank you, Aki Iwata. He got me into playing the drums, one of my best friends. But one of the things about being a drummer in a band, and this is why bands cycle through so many different drummers. There's a variety of reasons. I won't go into all of them. But like, if you watch the Get Back documentary, just notice how fucking chill Ringo Starr is.
He's the only one that's chill, actually. He's the only one. Yeah.
And like, this is why being in a band is like herding cats and so fucking hard. Because like, you need to find a drummer that's good. Ringo Starr is a fantastic drummer. He's very musical. A lot of drummers just hear rhythm, but you know, ones that can actually write their own songs too and know melody, like that's the drummer to look for. Because, and if they're cool, like it's just so hard to find a good drummer, and especially one that can like just chill during band practice while everybody else is working out their shit, you know? And that's like one of the toughest skills as a drummer out there, because, you know, being a drummer is really fun. Like playing the drums is awesome, but like you want to play, but the band needs to work out this part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And watching that too, he was always ready whenever the rest of his guys were ready. We're like, okay, can we play now? And Ringo's just right there, ready to go.
And he's just drinking a lot and smoking a lot of cigarettes.
I mean, they were all smoking a lot of cigarettes back then. And also that's another thing to bring up about the album cover in particular. The album cover, where you could spend a long time talking about on its own. The original working title for the album was Everest.
Okay.
Which was named after the brand of cigarettes that one of the studio engineers smoked.
Okay.
And the plan was to actually fly to the Himalayas to do a photo shoot for the album cover recording. Or not the recording, just for the artwork of the album cover itself. After deciding that was way too much effort for just the artwork for the album, they just decided to walk out the front door. And so they walked across the Abbey Road, and they spent 10 minutes with one photographer who just got up on a ladder. They were able to convince the local police to shut off the street, because it's a really busy road. They could only do it for 10 minutes. So that's all they did, is they walked across the street and took 6 shots. And that was probably the most iconic album cover of all time, right? Like I can't think of another one, maybe Dark Side of the Moon. But even then, if for just a photograph, like that's a pretty special thing. And then there's, of course, all the different conspiracy theories that come around, like what the meaning behind their clothing and everything going along with that. There's the whole Paul McCartney is dead conspiracy theory that came about from that, because it looks like the way they put it together that Paul's got no shoes on.
Let me see.
That he's actually in the ground. Because there was this conspiracy theory that in 1966, Paul McCartney was decapitated in a car accident. Did you ever hear about this?
No.
is a whole conspiracy theory that a bunch of Beatles fans thought that Paul McCartney was dead and the Beatles replaced him with a lookalike. And so there's even more conspiracies about this, that George Harrison is dressed like the Undertaker, or excuse me, not the Undertaker, the grave digger.
Okay.
In all the denim and everything, that he was the grave digger. Ringo, the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And John is the preacher for the funeral. And that Paul McCartney, barefoot in a suit, he's the one in the coffin. And that holding the cigarette, apparently people back then called another word for cigarettes was a nail in the coffin.
Wow.
And so there was all these conspiracies around this as having all this extra meaning behind it. And this, of course, the band broke up not long after this came out. And so there were even more people just saying like Paul is dead and like there's no reason, all that kind of stuff.
Dude, let me just interject real quick. That is fascinating. And like, I never knew that. And thank you for sharing. I will say we're going to need to do like another episode just on this album alone. But at some point,
maybe we should do a series and do like each of the Beatles albums, like 1 week after another. Maybe this winter we could line that up or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I was going to say,
I would love to do Sgt. Pepper's as well. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Darling is one of my favorite songs by the Beatles, if not my favorite song. And we played that at our wedding too. And I forget at which moment, but it was like for one of the dances. But like that, like I've always tried to sing that song and I can't.
Bro, it's because it's Paul that sings that one, right?
He's the tenor, isn't he? Yeah,
dude. The soul in his voice on that track is just impressive.
It's so good.
He's really singing his heart out. Yeah, like it is. Yeah, ridiculously good.
I've tried for years, and I
used to be able to sing that song really well. My voice is not what it was when I was in my late teens, early 20s, but I used to actually be able to sing that pretty well. I'm not going to try right now.
It's just so good. Can we do a hard transition here to Smellevator's other track? Because I know we got to wrap soon, but like we've had a little bit of one of our first viral moments on Instagram with Smellevator. Mm-hmm. And we just played that during a bathroom break with our last guest, Joe Rogero from a band. Poor fucking guy goes to the bathroom on an hour 40-minute episode, and that's the one clip that shines. But I think we haven't heard this track for a while, and I think it's pretty good. Let's hear it. You ready?
Yep.
Elevator by Smellevator.
This elevator got stuck. Would sit inside or would we fuck? Would we complain about our sitch? Or have an orgy up in this bitch? The elevator broke. We're stuck in here. I haven't got any for a long time, and I guess you're here. Cue the saxophone. Average people are alone, but not really. Stuck in an elevator. It could be bad, could be sexy. Will we pout or will you undress me? saxophone blows so hard, from my head down to my nostrils. In this elevator we are stuck. We could complain, or we could. Fuck, man. How long have you guys been stuck in here? It's only been 5 minutes. Where are your claws? Is this Kenny G? Cue the saxophone. Average people are alone, but not really. Stuck in an elevator, and it could be bad, could be sexy. Will we pout, or will you undress me?
So I was telling you earlier, so that was Elevator by Smellevator. But I was telling you earlier that like I was so watching our video like go up and up and up in views, and people like friend requesting us and all that kind of stuff on Instagram. Like I had a fucking terrible week of sleep because I just like I got so excited. But I don't like know what to do with my excitement because like, you know, I'm a 40-year-old man. And so like, I feel like I'd freak my wife out if I was showed like how excited I was, you know? And like, I went to sleep like downstairs. I couldn't, you know, sleep. So I went to sleep downstairs and like, I just realized like I need to get these wiggles out. So, you know, this there's a song we have called "You're Excited, Buddy" that really reflects how I was feeling. So I'm gonna play it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, random ass all stars. Here we go.
You're excited, buddy. 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 You're excited, buddy.
Scott, perfect for that.
Yeah, buddy. Let all those wiggles now. You're just an anxious guy. Guess they don't let you get those wiggles out. Little anxious guy. Just like you a boy. Get those wiggles out, man. Just like you a boy. Oh! You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. Hey! You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. Hey! You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. Hey! You're excited, buddy. You're excited, buddy. Buddy, let all those wiggles now. You're just an anxious guy. Guess they don't let you get those wiggles out. Little anxious guy, just like you a boy. Get those wiggles out, man. Just like you a boy.
I mean, the genre choice is perfect for that, right? Like ska is, there's nothing better than ska for getting your wiggles out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Watch anybody dance at a ska concert. I mean, you are getting your wiggles out for that.
It's always like this kind of like there's always like a white guy doing this dance with a fedora on, you know?
Yeah,
at a
usually
ska
you're-
concert.
yeah, and the feet are going out the other direction. You're just, yeah,
You know?
it's perfect.
Yeah. So like I'm a very like kind of anxious, wiggly guy. Like I want to wiggle more than I actually do. And I'm like, I repress my wiggles a lot.
Okay.
Like, I mean, look, when you go work in an office, you can't fucking get all the wiggles out, you know, in front of everybody. I mean, you can, but they'd be like, we got to fire this guy. This guy's fucking nuts.
Don't you
know?
work from home?
Oh, I don't work anywhere right
Well,
now.
yeah, but your previous job,
Yeah, but
You were
the
working-
one before that was in an office. So,
yeah, but that was like 2 years ago.
look, man. Hey, yo, hit me up on LinkedIn. Ryan Fox, Portland. I need some help, yo. Marketing ops. Shout out. Fuck,
That'll work.
You kind of derailed me a little bit.
Sorry. I don't know.
No, it's all right. But do you ever feel that way, like where you're really excited, but you you don't feel like it's appropriate to like actually show your excitement, or?
I feel like it's rare that I'm so excited that I like feel suppressed by not being able to celebrate.
Yeah.
If I'm really excited about something, I'll just celebrate it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's fair, but like I'm thinking that this is why it's so important for men to actually like hang out with each other in person, because like I feel like, you know, if you have the right kind of guy friends, you can create the safe space where you could actually be like, fuck yeah, dude, you know, like heck yeah. You know what I mean? Really, and sometimes I feel like I like can scare my family with my excitement, you know, because I don't know, like I like to I'll get loud, you know, when I'm actually truly excited about something. And I feel like I do kind of like tamper down that part of me sometimes, and it turns into anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's work our way through that then. Not necessarily right now, but yeah, I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with getting excited about anything.
Yeah.
And I guess my only piece of advice would be like, don't suppress that. If you're excited about something, celebrate it.
Yeah. I know. I need to do that.
But anyways, do you have any more music to play, or should we wrap this up?
I have one more. We were supposed to have Chris on the show, but
We will still.
yeah, we will. But Father's Day is tomorrow. And so,
As of this recording.
yeah, you know, we have a random ass song called Happy Father's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Happy Father's Day to Chris. Happy Father's Day to Troy. Special shout out to Reacting Dad, whose TikTok channel I enjoy. We're playing golf on Sunday. Have a few drinks and be merry. We're gonna have a good time. Good day to pop Ryan's golf cherry.
Oh my God. Not expecting.
Shout out to the special dads on Father's Day. Like Dad, Liz's dad, Tim, Daryl. Sorry the audio didn't work for you, Daryl, on the podcast. I'm sorry that we couldn't figure out how to get the podcast working that night, Joe. We got it figured out eventually, and thanks for coming back and believing in us. Also, Michael, thanks for coming on. Steve. Oh yeah, all those dads out there. Tim, #1 fan. Thank y'all. Dan. Yeah, brother. Good daddin'. All our dad friends out there, good daddin'. Happy Father's Day. And I hope you get a mug. I hope this ending doesn't suck. Dad bands unite. And the song.
Have you noticed that some of our artists like struggle with the ending?
Yeah. I mean, none
Why is
of
that?
them are perfect.
No,
right?
I mean nobody's perfect.
But maybe part of that is our fault for not hiring the right sound engineer.
Yeah, we need to work on that. Let's fire Frank.
I thought we already fired Frank.
Bro, I thought you were supposed to fire Frank.
Oh fuck. Well, this is part of the problem.
All right, dude, let's
Maybe communication is.
let's
the
get
problem.
off. Let's get
Okay.
off this topic. Bye.
Bye.